Wow.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to episode 27 of
Woo.
the High Rollers. And let me tell y'all, going up a chain lift while you're peaking from a high is
Man,
it's top tier feeling.
that was me riding Velocicoaster yesterday.
Yeah, but there's no chain lift on Velocicoaster.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because, like, I don't know why it was a random thought. I'm like, bro, a chain lift is basically like a creeper high. Like, it just keeps rising. There's no
Going
ceiling,
up
man.
Voyager's lift hill. Wow. Blasted. It's crazy.
Yeah, I need to get back on Voyage. Also, shout outs to Biff for saying even Voyage is not a wooden coaster and it's a wooden hybrid.
Shout out to my guy Byron, back row Byron. He was
Oh,
just
yeah?
at Bay World and he said Voyage was running really good.
Man, when is Voyage not running good? Like, bro, that ride is incredible. Oh, I need trimless though. Just changed my life. Anyways, y'all, welcome back.
Welcome.
Doesn't seem like as much so far. We're still waiting on announcements from some parks. A lot of the Six Flags parks are still giving us their little teasers. You know, I will say Fiesta Texas does not look as exciting anymore, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But RMC. I mean, we talked about the wild moose, correct? Or no? Is this the first time we're talking about it? This is the first time we're talking about it. Yeah. The last time we talked about it, they were still teasing it. And it was the day after that they released it. So, yeah, the new RMC family coaster, the Wild Moose. Six Flags Over Georgia actually did announce something, and it's a coaster, and it's intimate. But hold your horses there. Project Exodus, I have thoughts. Lost Island, we're going to talk about that. They were talking about their growth recently. Intimate, but why did I say Intimate improving their layouts for this? Oh, okay, yeah. The potential Intimate literally is going back and giving patch notes to their layouts. Like, they're literally improving their layouts. And yeah, stuff. Yeah, so it's a shorter week, it seems like. But I guess we'll start off with Rookie Racer is basically complete at Six Flags St. Louis. Finally.
I saw that. Yeah. Are they even gonna open it this year though?
I doubt it. If they're anything like Over Georgia, they're literally gonna be like, we got these late. For some reason, we just like saying on the cast, we scratched our ass with on construction.
Yeah.
And we're just going for 2024, especially for Over Georgia, where they can like essentially advertise that they're adding 2 attractions for 2024 when, like, yeah, cheap marketing, but Six Flags is cheap, so
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I guess just to move on over to Fiesta Texas here. Jeffrey Siebert has been. What'd you say?
So it's gonna be a Zamperla.
Oh yeah. He's been removing a lot of manufacturers, and I had hope that it was. What did I send before this last one? I had hope it was potentially a chance. Hyper GTX, because.
Really? I couldn't see that at Fiesta.
No, not anymore, because they got rid of Chance from the recent
Well, yeah, but either way, I don't know.
Another reason why I don't know if that would have worked is they already have 2 RMCs which do ejector, so I just feel like that would have been repetitive at that point. But for the enthusiasts, I mean, we can't complain about just another good ride.
Oh my god, Timmy is getting a juice box right now.
Bro, I wonder if they only give like Rick and Morty ones too, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, yeah. He sent me a picture. Sorry to cut that off, but that's funny.
Yeah, the juice box is if you know you know the juice box is a great piece for
Remember, I can't believe you
for
left
travel.
yours at King's Dominion, bro. That's so crazy,
I need to get another one so bad, just for the culture. I don't
bro.
even need it. I just want one.
So like, you put it under the wheel because of the smell, right?
Yeah, and now I just
So
say fuck it.
what I do is I just put it in a lunchbox and leave it in the whip.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy.
Like now I just leave it in my bag, like
Yeah.
whatever, you know. But
So crazy, man.
you everyone is a goober once in their life at something. So so yeah, man, I kind of missed that juke. That was really like the main piece I had going to Katie. I missed that thing. But yeah. But what were we even talking about?
Oh, well, it's because Timmy's
Oh,
bong apparently is not pulling or something. Like he has to pull like really hard to get the air out of the chamber.
well, when was the last time he's
Once,
cleaned it?
well, I don't, well, I'm just saying, I don't know. He's kind of describing it as the, so you light the bud and pull, and the air gets in the chamber, and once he pulls out the piece and tries to pull the smoke, apparently the smoke doesn't really come out. So what do you think that means?
I just got to see his bong because,
Yeah, yeah.
like, to me,
But I think he's
generally,
putting three parts in the meantime.
to me, generally, a deep clean will fix any like air issues, unless like, cause like, I need to see what it is, like you know.
It's one of those like smoke shop ones. If you know what I'm talking about. Oh, you probably don't, but like,
So like,
oh no,
was it like one of the one? Was it like mine, like a simple one, or
no, it's different.
yeah, he probably has to do a deep clean, cause a lot of times, I mean, he got it and has he ever cleaned it, and how long has he had it?
I'm not sure.
Granted, I would say like half of stoners really don't clean their pieces. When newsflash, you should honestly pretty often. I know it kind of sucks, but once you get in the habit, it's not that bad, and it takes like 5 minutes. But yeah, I would try doing a clean first because I mean you can get the juice box, but you're gonna have to clean that too. That's gonna get clogged eventually. Easier to clean probably though. All right. But yeah, Zamperla potentially coming to Fiesta Texas, and honestly, I don't I'm not sure. I doubt it's a coaster. Like I think it's more often than not going to be a flat ride, especially with what he was,
Yeah,
especially with what he was advertising with like the places of where would be located, what that would be. He announced a few things that would be actually going and not. I need to go on his Twitter, but
that's just like whatever. Honestly, I don't know.
yeah, yeah. Um, so here's one already from 3 hours ago. Um, the glow, the glow a go go kids rave, like stage, I guess, next to Batman.
Yeah,
That's apparently going. What else here? Um, I guess the play structure. I don't know if that's in the water park or not. But with the ship in it, that's going. He said
you
that
know,
this. He said the skyscraper is staying and going. He said the answer is both. So it's probably getting relocated somewhere in the park potentially. I don't know. He said Batman stays. I mean, of course.
oh God.
I mean, I would be shocked if they got rid of an SNS free like
Well,
40
like
free spin.
I think honestly, just whatever Siebert does, it'll somehow be better for the park. You know what I mean?
I mean, overall, this stuff takes time, and I still don't know the trend. The thing he said, follow the trends of the history of the park. I can't follow that. I'm lost. So maybe next year we get a coaster. Who knows? Who knows? I just know that probably now is this Imperler flat ride. Probably. I have no confirmation, but it's most likely. I guess taking on the Six Flags. Fiesta Texas is still doing good stuff though. Treffy Siebert's still the GOAT. As Dr. D's, Dr. Diabolical, the dive coaster there is getting a 4th train. Obviously, so they can always keep 3 train operations.
Interesting.
What?
Why are they trying to be universal?
What do you mean by they trying to be universal?
I don't know, man. It's not a.
What you think? I mean, how often have we gone to parks where they're doing single train operations just for maybe to save on part? Exactly, just to save on parts.
I know. So like Fiesta Texas is the one Six Flags parks that does it right. I don't know.
Or one of the only parks that does it right. Like, there's a very few that have like trains on deck for maintenance. You know, so they can always run at least the optimal or close to optimal. So.
Timmy said, "Got the premium glassware." Hold on, let's see. I think he's about to send me a picture of what he got.
Anyway,
I'll send it in the chat once I get it. All right. We'll do a simultaneous review.
So, yeah, Fiesta Texas. I think that's it. I think there was nothing else. I think there was maybe one more thing, but I was capping. So, let's just get the gross news out of the way. Apparently, they've been messing with the Zydeco Zinger ride for a while now. And it was sitting closed all season, along with the Fireball also having the trains removed. This is about a week ago. Also, Rip Curl Blaster has been very minimal. Very, very minimal done to the new water coasters. So congratulations. Six Flags construction overall has been very, very slow. But now apparently Zydeco is completely removed. Zydeco Zinger is completely gone. And Fireball's still up, but the cars are still removed and on the grounds nearby. Apparently, Wild One, Harley Quinn, and Batwing have been down exponentially more since we have last been there.
Is Superman open?
I doubt they're even open today, but we'll see.
Damn. Probably not. Is King's Dominion even still daily?
Yeah. Surprisingly, they're open right now.
Wow, okay.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, Six Flags America's open.
Which is crazy because Kings Island is closed.
Batwing's closed. Superman's open. Wild One and Joker's Jinx are closed.
Why is Ohio having a harder time finding staff?
Oh no.
That's weird to me. Like I
Magic Mountain.
I just don't understand really. I'm just trying.
Kenny is still daily right now. That's surprising. So is Knoebels. Hershey Park. Dollywood is not open though. Crazy.
I'm looking at Six Flags America key times now because I'm just mad curious. Batwing is closed. Harley Quinn is open now. Wild One is closed, like they said. I hope Wild One is okay. You know, I hope nothing's bad happened to it. I'm gonna check how long it's been closed. The park said it was a 15-minute wait at 5 a.m. Was it closed yesterday? I mean, they said it was open yesterday, but we'll see. I'm assuming Wild One's okay. But yeah, it's crazy that some of these parks are open when they are, and when they're, and some parks are closed. Like, I would think Dollywood would still be open. You said that's closed right now?
It is.
Yeah, I would think Dollywood would be open, and Kings Island would be open, and like Six Flags America would be closed, and potentially Kings Dominion would be closed. But I think like they're literally, at least in our area, they went back to school this week. So I don't know about other places, like more in Ohio and in Tennessee when they went back to school. But I mean, around that time anyway is a great time if you don't have to attend school to go to parks, because to see all those zeros for the queue times at Dollywood was crazy. Six Flags America. Last thing about this. There's a rumor Reminder Racer might get new trains and open again.
No shot, man. That thing's getting. That thing is getting real. Like, well, I guess unless the only thing I could see is that they don't want to spend the money to relocate it. But like, I don't know. I still feel like it's supposed to get relocated.
I think it's just done, but it might be relocated. Who knows? I just think it needs to be over. It needs to be just cooked. SLCs have their time, and until they make new ones, well, they technically have, but like, I saw a tweet, I forgot who said it, but that would be interesting to see the suspended thrill coaster with Vekoma. Like, basically they did the whole thing again, but with their profiling and their track now. Like, genuinely, it could be really interesting. Like, it'd be good, because the layout's not bad, it's the profile. Like, it's rough. It's... Like, generally, I like the layout, it's just you can't enjoy them. Unless, until I get on Great Nor'easter, which has the new trains. One more thing here with Six Flags, and that's over Georgia. They announced the Intimate Ultra Surf.
So trash, bro.
I think it's all right. Like, it's not gonna be great. It's not for us, but you know, for what it is.
Screw that. That's my take.
For me, yeah, I think it's cool that they can run it. And Intimate is making a coaster again at Six Flags. Thought that was interesting. People are trying to connect the dots and saying that why did they switch manufacturers? Because chains and generally Six Flags tend to stick with a manufacturer for, you know, to continue with working together, lower costs and all that. You have a good relationship. And then people are saying, well, why did they not go with Mach? I'm like, well, I think they're just trying to be as cheap as possible. I mean, the Intimate Ultra, I mean, both of them are off the shelf models, but with this, it's much less water. In fact, I don't even think you need water to run it.
Yeah.
So, like, the water is optional, so they can run this in winter as well, in colder seasons. Like, it's more options, and I also think Intimate likes it. Hey, we can do this, and also potentially because it's piggybacking off of the Great Adventure Coaster. Because I still have hopes it's not just Super Boomerang. But like I said, if it happens, it happens.
Right.
Oh. Sucks Flags, man.
Yep. Man, some editions, man.
I just feel like the Wojak meme of the mushroom right now. It's like, sucks Flags. Appreciate ya. Salim, his change of direction, pun intended, is astonishing though. Because you literally did see him go like, this is the foundation. Rides, the foundation of our parks. When he said, "Oh, we have rides. Let's try to build upon that." And I still think you can do both at the same time, but maybe a Six Flags park can do park improvements and ride additions at the same time. I think Fiesta could. I mean, I think they're proof of that. They've already done that. Other parks, do they have the leadership?
I mean, like, think about like Great Adventure and Magic Mountain. No.
You know what's funny? I've actually heard Great Adventure has been basically running on all cylinders since my homie's trip like a month ago or change. Like, operations have been incredible. They're running all their rides. I'm like, oh, man.
Interesting.
It really is interesting because I'm still kind of afraid to go because I'm gonna go on the day that they have their off day.
Right.
They all their main depth chart for their roster is off. It's all their like third string.
That'd be brutal.
But nah, like generally though, kudos to Great Adventure for that because
Oh my gosh.
I still think when a Six Flags park is ran like at its peak, like a Fiesta Texas, it's basically the same as going to a Cedar Fair and like the best Cedar Fair and the best Seas park, like, which you already know our opinion about SeaWorld parks, but regardless, they are all like, no chain stands out to me. And my goodness, Timmy, cleaning the wait, let me, bro.
What you think, gang? One.
Cleaning that has a service life because cleaning that is going to be hell. So basically, after all the cuts, that makes me think in general. A lot of people are high rollers, low key. People be boofing out here, man. That's all I'm saying. With that, I'm going to move on to more Intamin stuff because where is this? The pre-creation of Intamin's Juvelin 2 layout. So I think Juvelin was one of the first like straddle coasters. And I think they're actually improving it. Is this I want to make sure this is factual here. Oh, so Intamin explained that this reinvention provides a faster paced experience as well as condenses the ride area. This allows for the ride to fit into more parks. So I don't know if they're actually redesigning Juvelin, but potentially if you wanted this model, this would fit in more parks. And it's a little more snappier, a little more thrill. So the fact they're improving that, I think that's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Oh, this one almost goes 60 miles an hour, so like it goes 53. Like it's definitely not a dark coaster essentially.
It's crazy.
I mean, honestly, what's the other one? Isn't there another one in the States that came out before at a SeaWorld port?
Are you talking about like I don't know, the Arctic Rescue type stuff?
Before that.
The one at San Antonio.
Is that an Intamin or is that a mock?
I think it's an Intamin.
Okay. Because I haven't gotten that one, but I heard that one can be kind of good. I know you're not hot on it at all.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's an interesting thing, and I honestly, what if more parks, or excuse me, more manufacturers decided to I guess they really can't because if a park's happy with the layout, but it'd be cool if we saw more parks almost like updating their layouts over the years to keep them modern and up to date in a way. not changing too much, change the identity at all. But just little things, enhancing the profiling. Oh, that's, I don't know. I think that's interesting. I mean, technically, that's probably what we're gonna see with Loch Ness Monster, with that renovation. But we still don't even know who's doing it yet. So, moving on from all Six Flags and stuff, Loch Ness refurb is looking bigger than expected. Sticking on to that. Did you see what was posted about that?
What? What'd you say? Sorry.
Did you see what was posted about the Loch Ness Monster? It's looking like it's bigger than what we were assuming, potentially, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So, like,
They really want to keep it around. Definitely.
well, no, like, what was this, Pat? Say, it's a document, a permit number for an alteration of commercial building in Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Description: Loch Ness Mountain steel repair. It's gonna cost about $150,000 to do this, but yeah, I honestly hope they really bring some oomph back into the mountain, because it's honestly, it's not like it's that big of an element of Loch Ness. I mean, it's basically the same. You're just kind of in a tunnel with 3 helixes. Yeah, it's kind of tame in that aspect, but it's just rougher now, so it's not as enjoyable, and there's no more shimmer lights or anything. If they were to bring it back to life with some projections, sound, I would love it, you know. On top of the fact that if I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be Vekoma, but I'm just saying, smoothing this bitch out, put the smoothing tool on it for modern profiling, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I actually would be very happy with that, honestly, because then I like Loch Ness. I love the history, and it's not a bad ride. It has 2 great drops, honestly. The loops are intense, and it's just the pacing in between the loops now. That's where I'm just like, all right, I'm basically not riding this.
Timmy sent a crazy pull, bro.
What?
Timmy took a crazy pull.
All right. At this point, Timmy hasn't got on the cast because we're talking about him so much. Like, Timmy. Also, remember to do it for Timmy out there.
Ah, yeah.
That's a double entendre for the Coaster Heat listeners out there, but for real, do it for Timmy. I kind of like how there's 2 meanings of that on 2 separate casts. So Vekoma Dark Ride, we got quite a few patents this week, actually, in documents. So this is an official, I think, from Vekoma. Yeah, it's like, so does Vekoma make dark rides? Who makes the Mad Houses or whatever? Isn't that Vekoma? Yeah, that is Vekoma. So this isn't their first foray into this, but this looks like an actual dark ride. It spins. I actually haven't looked at this. I was waiting to look at the cast yet. Yeah, it's like it's your overhead is suspended. It's looking like it's a new generation of the suspended dark ride model, which I mean, I honestly don't mind it. I think the arm is my favorite ride system I don't know who makes the robotic arm again for dark rides. Like in is it Gring? Yeah, like in Gringotts and stuff. No, Forbidden Journey. Sorry. Kuka. That's crazy. So Kuka did. That's a Kuka arm. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Interesting. Dynamic Attractions did do all the theming and stuff though. All right. Attraction was designed by Universal Creative in association with Warner Brothers Recreation. Cool. All right, so yeah, Suspended Dark Ride coming from Vekoma. Can be super like. I mean, you guys know me. I like dark rides, so if they can make this themed, they can make this work out. What else? Carowinds adding parades for their haunt season. It's gonna go over small stuff. The Troller Coaster coming to Universal Studios Orlando. And
That's so okay. Like,
no. You don't understand. I have to get a fucking shirt for this.
bruh.
Like, because it's just troll. Like, I'm kind of. So I was talking with. Shout out to Surveillance, by the way. Very, very awesome guy. Can't wait to hopefully see him at Hershey this coming Sunday. What was I even saying? What were we talking about? Freaking blasted here. Oh yeah, I kind of like getting I kind of want to get merch that nobody like coasters that like nobody likes. Just to see people's reactions and stuff. Like when I see Anaconda merch, I'm just like, damn. Like that's bold, but I kind of like it, you know. Kind of fuck with it. Like I'm like imagine getting like. Imagine getting like what's the Valair at Canada's Wonderland? Time Warp? Imagine getting like a Time Warp short or something.
I don't know, bro. Nah.
Or like a Mind Eraser shirt from like Six Flags America. Like it's so troll that like you're like they're obviously I don't know, it's just so like shitpost to me, like just doing that. I love it. Nevertheless, Starfall Racers looking baller as ever. Let me go back to front.
It's crazy.
Funny, I'm talking with people and with a few people, and that was the first time I heard someone say that layout is that they're not too sure about it. You know, at the same time though, I'm talking to the same people that say Velocicoaster. I'm never saying it's the most intense coaster, but saying that it's like forceless and a family coaster close to that is I don't know, man. I don't know. I did not get those rides. Nevertheless, yeah, the Starfall Racers, man. If they really nail the dueling even better than they did with Dueling Dragons, which, in my opinion, when I look at the layout, it definitely does. Yeah. For me, with the ejector that I know Mach can give from Copperhead, and then from what I heard from other people say about the variety of elements on their rides, along with ejector positives. Now I have heard, they can have some pacing issues, but we'll see if that'll be true with Starfall.
What looked interesting, Project Exodus.
So, you want to jump into that? Because I don't think there's anything small to talk about here.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Exodus, it looked good.
Yeah, hot take. I'm not too hot on it.
Really?
And I know it's for me. It's one of those rides that I know once I ride it, I'll get the layout. If that makes sense.
I feel like it's actually a ride I'd ride a couple times.
No, like I know like the forces are there. It's just I just wish they could make more length with you know with the layout. They have 236 feet, and it does three wonky elements, and then it feels like it ends. So that's my only issue. I wish it just had just that more length. I mean, length doesn't matter, phrasing, but we'll see. I felt this way about a lot of rides, and then I've got on them, and they are Elite's amazing rides. So honestly, I'm gonna look at it right now.
You didn't watch the POV yet?
No, no, I did. I'm gonna look at it again.
No. I
Cause
got
like
you.
it's mad short.
It is short. Gonna be better than Storm Runner though.
Oh yeah, it probably will be.
Fuck Storm Runner. That ride's trash.
No, it's really good actually. I like it. It's better than Ka actually. See, that's the thing you go into airtime. I don't know. That second inversion looks great. You know, or is it the second one? But then yeah, you go into those really prolonged. What are those stalls called? Or loops called on Gerslauers into a water break, and the ride ends basically. Like you can get an Outer Banks airtime out.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm gonna count the amount of elements on the ride. Honestly, so the first drop, 1, 2, this non-inverting element. 3 is this weird wonky inversion. Then it's the loop. I guess there's 7 to 8 elements.
It's not.
When you put it in that perspective, it's not terrible.
Yeah. Are you like counting the lift as an element?
No, no, no. I was cutting the drop
Okay. Gotcha.
because you probably will pull laterals like in the back. I don't know what train they're using. Are they using a regular mock train that we've seen before, like the mock hyper trains, or are these new trains, or like I don't.
I don't think they're new trains. I think probably some variation of like Manta at San Diego and like Copperhead or something. Something like that, probably.
I'm curious. I'm
I think
curious.
they always go with like the same type of trains.
So, hopefully, do you think this ride will be able to use concrete supports?
I don't know anything about that, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, for real, no troll. Intamin patented, apparently back in March, that people are just finding now. Uh, they have concrete supports. It looks like basically
I
only
think it,
for a lift. But
I think it might just be like a cost thing or something. I don't know if it really means anything. I'm not sure.
I mean, it has to specifically be for lifts too. Like, there's no way you're gonna see this on like any sort of actual like part of the track where the coaster is going through a good bit of momentum or kinetics. Like it's gonna be on brake runs, stations,
Uh,
like an old because even then, like I can imagine like I mean it would take a bit, but I just think concrete seems a bit too fragile for trains and stuff like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like why risk it type of stuff? I don't know.
yeah.
So, what else? Well, we haven't talked about the RMC yet, really. Surprisingly. So, what are your thoughts on the Wild Moose? On pre-lift the ride?
It depends on the cost, honestly.
Like, if this costs, like, the same as Good Gravy, you're like, hell no. Like, basically the same as an RMC, you're like...
This has to cost like 6 million, bro.
yeah,
Or
like,
like eight.
max.
This has to be like cheap.
Max, yeah, for
Otherwise,
sure.
no. I don't know.
Yeah,
I could see them going to parks.
and I
So
and I can definitely see them like, having like a model for it, kind of like what they did with the Raptors.
yeah,
But
they
also,
just need to have one standard roller coaster that multiple people can buy clones of, and I think this is good.
but I also can see them doing some custom, crazy, like unique stuff with it too. Like, it'll be cool. I like laterals, and the reason why wild mice are boring is because it's the same thing back and forth. I'm pretty sure the people at RMC and Joe Draves will come up with some cool shit, in between these small compact layouts, man. Also, the fact that there's confirmed no height requirement or height max, because on Twitter, I don't know if that was a troll that someone made about a height maximum, but then they came out, RMC, saying that, oh, actually look out for an invert. I think you guys heard that last week, but no, I doubt that, because we were basically, Twitter has been trolling about an invert ever since this for like months now. Since they're teasing for months now, so yeah. I just thought that I think the RMC still has the best social media in coasters, because they actually get social media. Like, the people are having fun on it. And there's a lot of parks that do, but they're restricted a bit. RMC, I feel like they definitely let loose a little bit more.
Yeah.
Alright. Lost Island. What are your thoughts about their the reports coming out? Did you see it at all?
Let me see.
I need to find it again myself. Oh, I found it. Yeah, so this article from...
I'm not profitable.
Yep, the article from the Courier. Lost Island theme park sees visitor growth, not yet profitable in second season. I know when they were talking, I think last year, they said they needed at least 1,000 people to be profitable, like a day to be profitable. So I've heard, multiple times this year, people said that they were basically the only people in the park, literally. People say that at, dead days at your home parks at King's Dominion or Busch Gardens or whatever, but literally, they would be the few people in the parking lot. That type of stuff.
It's crazy, dude.
It's not yet profitable, as Saturday and Sunday complete the last full weeks of operation, so
I'd love to get out there.
oh yeah, I still want to, because who knows what's gonna happen. I remember listening to the Drunk Riders podcast, talking to Eric, the owner. There's a lot of potential, I do think, and we're gonna dive into this thread, I really agree with a lot of what people are saying, the complaints, because people really have had their complaints. Like, the next closest park, Adventureland. Is it Adventureland in Iowa? Yeah. In Adventureland, that season pass is only $150, I think, and then I almost think Lost Island is double that. Granted, they have good theming and they do have a great staff and good cohesion, but realistically, when people want to go to a park for a day or two, it's cheaper, especially, the economy's not the best right now.
Yeah.
Let's continue. The positive word of mouth is getting out that we are open and it's worth the experience. So we're hoping to see a significant increase next year. Last year, total attendance was below Lost Island's projections, a tenth of what had been expected, reaching 26,000. As of Friday morning, with about a week left in the season, attendance had reached 46,000. Yeah, that's not even the capacity of some parks. I do think next year, after the word of mouth, though, because there has been a lot more, and it does take time for locals and the people in the area to understand and start going out to things that are newer. Like, unless you're like a chain, like a famous chain brand, unless you're Chick-fil-A, our chicken place essentially opening and everyone is raving about it in the U.S. because we love fried chicken. Like, no one's gonna be lining up to your establishment. Oh, unless you are Universal or Disney, no one's gonna be lining up to your amusement park. Maybe Cedar Fair, or SeaWorld, or Six Flags, but we haven't seen them literally open or build a park from the ground and make it, open it. Like, hey, like, this is new. All this is brand new. You haven't seen that in modern times at all. So, all of it's been independent. I mean, that's how they start, right? Then they become into a chain. They get bought out.
Right.
I'm just curious to see what ends up happening. The park was built to handle a peak day of 7,500 guests daily. And that's what they consider wall to wall, like, it's a packed park.
Right.
The most popular day was last Saturday at 1,400 guests. So yeah, I'm looking here. Time management, delayed installations of stuff. Otherwise, they have costume characters coming around. Like, they have a full original IP there. And there's a 159-acre theme park. It is super close to going to Disney or Universal experience outside of that. So that's probably why they are trying to, they're trying to say their prices are worth. They're not exactly, obviously, Disney Universal, but they're definitely pricier than what you would expect with a newer park opening up. Brand new original IPs, so. Alright. So yeah, I hope that Lost Island can keep it together. I hope next year is the boom that they need, like they said. And, bro, I gotta get to Volcano. They have an app, bro. You can actually, like, look and learn about the lore of the park and the stories and the characters. Like, that park needs to grow and stay around. Like, I can't wait to go there myself, and I can't wait to see its potential growth. So, I think the last thing we have here is Cedar Point flood.
How does this even happen?
Why is the park even open? Like, that's
only Millennium Force is running right now. It's literally crazy.
Is that true? Like, are you on queue times and you saw that?
It was earlier. I don't know if it still is.
Well, Cedar Point queue.
I beat you to it.
Yeah, because I type of fucking. Oh my! Look at all the red. You would assume the park is closed. Bro, I'm telling you, if I had a paid ticket, if I had a paid 1-day ticket, I would ask for a refund.
Bro, that is horrible.
I know it's not their fault. Like, they can't control weather. I mean, there's probably a weather. What's the Cedar Fair guarantee for weather?
I don't know.
Because this would have to coincide with the rain policy, right? Yeah, I would assume that they Yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't give a refund. I don't know, just because rides are down. I guess
Yeah.
it depends on how
So
hard the
what?
person complains.
Yeah, but the park is flooded. The park is like why? Oh, like because like, if you close the park, at least they can use most of the time they can use their tickets later. Like it's not necessarily that day. Um. Now, because of that, I'm seeing here. Unfortunately, Cedar Point does not offer refunds, rain checks. If you visit, yeah. I know. I actually think C's or Busch Gardens Williamsburg changed that. That if majority of the rides are down for, I guess majority of the visit or something, like basically you can get a ticket to come back, all that stuff.
Right. Timmy said he's really it hit him.
So we gotta do it. We gotta do it for Timmy.
Wow.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know how. Fuck, man. Bro. No, it's like everything's closed. I,
Yeah.
I I hope the park is okay though. Like realistically, because this does not sound like that. Some of those pictures and videos look pretty bad. Like Rougarou. I mean, to be fair, we have seen this not too long ago. I forgot when it was one of our first casts, but we covered like Hulk being underwater and stuff.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Oh my God, that yeah.
Yeah, like there were like
Wow.
literally like a piece came off of Jurassic River Adventure. Like,
Right. You know, I'm gonna say it, but we might get a hurricane here soon. Apparently, there's three forming in the Atlantic.
oh yeah, what's the new one?
Um,
What's the new
that'd be
one?
my first one.
What do you mean? Oh, and the first one in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, we'll see. I'm knocking on wood because I don't want that to happen. But that
Tropical
see,
storm
the thing is
Franklin.
though, the thing is though, like right before it hits, like the parks will be like dead, and like right after, like as soon as the parks reopen, I can just go get like 100 rides. Not 100, but a ton, because nobody will be there. So I'm definitely gonna take advantage of that. Go get like 20 rides on Veloso in one day.
It's like you're at Ravine Flyer 2, bro. Just walking straight to the station at
Straight up,
Universal.
straight up. That would be insane.
When is this coming in?
I'm not sure. Might be
Because
within in the next like 2 weeks or something.
that's another thing. I feel like traveling to Florida with the weather is kind of scary at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, it looks kind of fine. When is this supposed to hit?
I'm not sure. They just said it was forming in the Atlantic.
Like, I literally don't. Well, when I look at like the 10-day cast, it basically says Florida's perfect for like the next 10 days. But obviously, weather is about as accurate as a blind. I can't think of. I can't think of it. What was I gonna say? Like about as accurate as a blind shooter. Fucking baked.
Same, bro.
Yeah, that's basically it for news though. I hope Cedar Point. That's all right. Star Forest is gonna slap wild meese everywhere. It's gonna be cool. Uh, Jeffrey's the goat. All that stuff, and I need a roller coaster shirt. So you did it twice, and now you have 6 out of 6 songs. Okay.
No, no, no. It took me 13 rides to get 6 out of 6 bombs.
So you've only rode it 13 times?
Yeah.
I feel like that's cap. I feel like you've rode it more than that.
No, I think like well since I got down here I've ridden it 13 times, but like a 16 in total. It's not that much. I was just unlucky and kept getting the same song at first, but then I started getting a variety.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to try that one. Tron, on the other hand, like I said, it is what it is. If it surprises me, then that's good. You know. I just need Velocicoaster right now, and Gwazi terribly. But I guess to get this out of the way now, trips that are coming up. I probably will be in Florida. We'll be there potentially with the Black Coast Society. I'm trying to be the 14th to the 17th so I can. Or, yeah, 14th to the 17th. If I do go, that's my only time frame I have, really, to go. And then after that would be Super Duper Looper Stumble, which sign up for y'all. Sign up. But regardless of that, I mean, I'm doing my little KD meetup for y'all coming. I know Daniel's coming out, so that's gonna be cool. Yeah, anyone else? I think our your boy Gavin might be showing up.
That'd be cool, bro.
Yeah, that's a few people. I'm saying, and that's the whole point. Is like just to have homies, come through the last day. Katie will be open actually in summer before they're really transitioning into hot and all that stuff. And just to have everyone link, connect, talk about coasters, or just have a good time, not talk about coasters, talk about random stuff. But yeah, that's what it's all for. So this Saturday, the cast will obviously be up Friday. So for y'all that catching it early and you're able to get there, awesome. For those catching it late, and for those of you catching it mad late, sorry. But I am going to the Coaster Heat meetup on Sunday. That's the last thing I will be at Hershey Park. So shout outs to Coaster Heat Podcast. Definitely give them a listen. Crazy gang of guys, but great set of guys as well. Literally a very welcoming set of people. And yeah, so that's basically it. I got the questions though.
Word.
So the question I asked this week, I guess I'll start with Twitter because there's more there or less there. So we got two on Twitter/X. One of them being from shoutouts to Surveillance, one of the co-hosts of the Coaster Heat podcast, but he said, or the question first is what I asked. Question for y'all: what is a ride you love to experience with a first-time rider? So for you, what do you love to experience with a first-time rider?
Velocicoaster. That's mine. That's my one.
Man, I still think I want to say Intimidator.
Yeah.
305 because holy shit, that is an experience, but I don't know. I think as of right now it might be Intimidator, but I want to see more people crack their Voyage cherry or break their Voyage cherry.
Yeah.
Whatever it's
gotta see your trimless cherry.
But y'all, for real, there's a few rides honestly I could put there. There really is. But I think I'm gonna go with I-305 for now because seeing them on the brake run after that, regardless, even if they didn't necessarily like it, which honestly has been rarer every time I've been with someone that's a first time rider. It's awesome. They are what the fuck? Cause it's one of a kind.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna like this one that much, but Pantheon and Hagrid's. You so you
Tigers is good.
like Hagrid's good, yeah, but you wouldn't like the Pantheon part.
I don't know about that.
I think there's
That
really just one moment I want them to see for the first time. It's the backwards airtime hill.
yeah.
Oh man, so and the last thing on Twitter or X was, and this was the underrated answer, so I like this. Mystery Mine at Dollywood,
Interesting.
and I like that because I mean it's a very wonky ride. I mean family thrill, only two versions at the end, and I mean it's themed throughout. It's good. It keeps the soundtrack all the way, or sound effects all the way. It was smoother this last time I was there too, so I could ride front and back. On the front is better because you can see a little bit more. Yeah, it's a cute little ride. I get on it basically once every visit, especially if it's
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah.
And the drops are great. Like they're girl style drops. You know, they kind of, they're great. So that was the last on X, but on Twitter, or Jesus Christ, but on Instagram. Let me look at the responses here. So Burnt Upstops replied with dive coasters, especially if they're a scared GP.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I love going on Griffin and being with like my whole row is like, just they just the first. It's like their first dive coaster. They're like, oh hell, like freaking the hell out. Oh hell no. They're trying to freak each other out. It's just so funny. Like I do love that.
That's a good one.
Uh, Side Friction Stuff, which shout outs to Side Friction, the Side Friction podcast, another cast I should really listen to. First show with Bob K. Mertz and Steph. Millennium Force. What do you think of that?
Just no.
Oh come on.
I mean that and Pantheon. It's like,
Okay, but like that's after
bro.
you've written like Millennium
I
for the
mean,
first
okay, yeah.
time.
It'd be cool to ride because like you got the station music, the
Yeah.
drop. I mean, it's a nostalgic ride, so I could see that.
That's what I'm saying. For the first time, like I think it's cool. You know, even if they aren't big on it, you know, they wrote history, and you know you got to respect
Yeah.
for that. But all because it's historical does not mean the ride is good. So guys, please stop putting it in top five. Um, it is not the best Giga either. Just please stop with that. Coaster Jeeves or Gavin said, Skyrush easily. Seeing people's reaction to the first drop in the back row wing seat is. And you put like the two fingers together, like, delicioso. Chef's kiss. Yeah, that's a really good one too, in my opinion. But you obviously have your thoughts about Skyrush, so.
Yeah.
Bro,
I mean, still, it'd be good to see someone's first reaction. So I'd say.
it really is so funny because we'll be at the break run and our reactions are like completely different on Skyrush.
Yeah. Literally.
We were just talking about Aaron before the cast. Hope you're doing okay, buddy. Hope the new job's going well. Iron Gwazi, get on ride reaction on GoPro.
Also a good one.
No, I was thinking Gwazi because I mean that wasn't my first ride when Alex got that video of me, but you'll be seeing that with RMCs all the time. Just people like buzzing from the ride.
Yeah.
And then AJ Thrills of Virginia. Shout out to you. Hopefully you're doing okay back in the Tennessee. Hey, you got Dollywood again. Lucky you. My
Yes,
number one
sir.
park. uh,
AJ.
and the third best Woody that I've ridden is there. So Intimidator 305, no questions. And yeah, I'm like,
There you go.
I get it. You know, it's literally you. They're speechless a lot of the times.
Yeah.
I love it. Like it's like they're not sure how to react, and that's what I it's incredible. Like you'll hear people talking and saying like, oh, how they got whipped, beat up, the different analogies people talking about of how insane of a ride it is. It's just that's why I love marathoning it too, because I'll be marathoning and seeing different people of different things getting on it for the first time, and it's me reliving it through them because you know I'm never gonna be able to get that again.
Yeah.
Man, it's just gonna suck once you get all the big creds, man. I mean, is that ever gonna happen? Are we actually ever gonna get all the big creds?
I would like to, West. I'll be honest.
Well, what's the game plan? Because that's all the questions we
I
got.
don't know. Figure it out. Ooh, Velocita 35.
That's basically like inside of past the statue, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's yeah.
And you've been getting front row.
Yeah, bro. All the time.
Are you
I'll,
wedging? Are you wedging
uh,
on Velocicoaster?
so no, I don't. I actually just let it come down on Velocita. Like, I kind of like try not to have it come down, but I just don't really like it's okay. But if you're in like 12, you can like keep it up. Like I keep it up in 12, but in 1 I don't really care as much.
Nah, you gotta do it the whole way, bro.
I mean, you can definitely keep it up in 1 though. You definitely can. I just like I don't really try to as much. Like in 12 I'll actually try to.
Bro, I'm telling people they need to be trying different rows for these rides, man. I've changed so much. Like I used to be a religious, devout back row rider only. But I'm
Right.
telling you, like, back row is good on a lot of these rides too. But the front, just give it a chance. Now RMCs for the most part, that is back row all the time. But
Right.
I think it was just a crazy ride. I got on Intimidator on that really hot day when it like slipped through the trims. That made me want to try front more, but front is still all right. It's still the back row. Nevertheless, it is just a little shorter one because we got a guest coming next week, so expect a longer one, a juicier one. Anyway, it's a homie. You know, you might know him when he gets on, but we're gonna keep it a secret for now, so you guys can be interested in what's going on. But for real, I said all I had to say. I shouted out basically everyone I could think of. But appreciate y'all for listening. This was
Thank you. Right.
Timmy was basically here in spirit at one point because we were talking about him so much.
Yeah.
And remember everyone to do it for Timmy. Follow our socials at on X thehighrollersc and my Twitter or X at westhowerc. And on Instagram, you can follow our main Instagram at thehighrollersdmv, and then also mine at westhowercoasters.
You can find mine at oldlineairtime.
All right, y'all. Fam, stay homey out there. Have a good one. Peace out.
Keep it, yo. Peace out.
And do it for Timmy. Do it for Timmy.